be starting soon.
I wonder if they still have people at least maintaining their rides, though.
I'm sure.
Like a skeleton crew just like going around.
For sure.
It's gotta be an awesome job.
All right.
Just test the ride, man. Test the ride.
It's like, yeah, clean up the rides. Make sure you clean them. Like, all right, stop riding the rides.
All right, we live again. Let's see.
It's like the episode of South Park.
Was that the alarm?
We're live. We're live.
That's my reminder to work out.
Like a skeleton crew just like going around.
Why is this not? Okay, hold on.
For sure. That'd be an awesome job.
Juan, we can't see Juan. That's right.
Test
Okay.
the ride, man. Test the ride.
Yep.
It's like,
All right, we're live.
Clean up the rides. Make sure you clean up. Like, all right, stop riding the ride. He's disappearing into the toilet paper.
All right, so we're live now. We're live. Okay, welcome. Welcome everyone to live here, SF Comic Book Co. The SF Company Hour number 23. We made it this far. Welcome everyone. Hold on, I'm gonna play the music because I haven't got to play the music for a little while. So we're gonna play the music for the intro.
Yo.
Drop the flow.
Yeah, you gotta get us into the mood first. There you go. All right.
I miss that stuff. I really do.
Yeah, just when we worked out a cool intro, fucking with the video and everything, and then fucking the apocalypse happened. Great. All right. All right, everybody's online now. All right, welcome everyone.
The apocalypse does not care about SF Comic Book Company.
All right, welcome. All right, so yeah, if you're watching, join the chat. Not watching, you missed out. So welcome to issue number 23. I'm Ray Doomzilla, your host. Right down there, Mr. Juan Medina,
What up?
media extraordinaire. Juancho, welcome back to the show, our returning champion. What's going on?
Everything is, I got an alcohol.
Yes.
I'm in a bathtub. Things are all right.
Living your best life. He doesn't even know there's an apocalypse happening right now.
Living the dream.
Right down there, Mr. Brady Hold. Welcome to the show. First time on the show.
Yeah, I'm Brady Hold. Fully stocked. If you guys need anything, just let me know.
Like the money Joker was standing on.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I just wanted him to set that shit on fire and
let
slide
it burn.
down.
So, Brady, tell us a little bit about yourself. We know a little bit about Juan, but tell us a little bit about your geekdom. Like, what makes you a geek in any kind of spectrum?
I started enjoying I think I just enjoyed like good old Saturday morning cartoons when I was a kid, and and then like X-Men and Batman and fun stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then as I got older, I started playing video games, and then video games go hand in hand with hanging out at comic book stores, and then started playing like role-playing games like Vampire and Changeling and Dungeons and Dragons and things like that. And then just kept reading a bunch of comic books like DC, Marvel, Vertigo. What's that one? Starts with an I. Image, yeah. That one was good. Yeah, and then
any specific titles you remember as a kid?
I think my favorite graphic novel of all time is probably Watchmen, and just can't beat it. Like there's nothing better.
Did you watch the show that just came out?
There's a TV. Oh no, I didn't watch the show.
Yeah,
is it good?
The comic, it's a pretty good sequel to the original comic, not the movie. Which I didn't mind. I didn't mind the movie.
I like the movie was okay, but it just couldn't hold a candle to how good they did the whole comic book. It's just it's like
there's a reason why it's like on a legitimate bestseller list. It holds up. It's a good work of literature right there. All right. So yeah, well, welcome to the show, Brady. Nice to have you.
Thanks for having me on.
What's up, Juan? Juan, you look way too comfortable, man. Are you gonna take a nap during this?
Where are we?
So how you guys holding up in this weird apocalypse deal? You guys been filming some stuff. They look pretty hilarious stuff on online. So yeah, you guys filmed a couple things. So are you guys doing more of that? Tell me about the process of making those videos.
Yeah, we're gonna keep producing more funny videos. I think as we continue, it's gonna be a little different. We can't get into the details too much, but a little more maybe. You guys a little bit. It's gonna be quasi animated.
Oh shit! Oh man, intrigued.
Yeah, so we're Brady and I are
puppetry of the penis, right?
a little penis puppetry, indeed.
Boy, hentai? Nice.
A little vaginal ventriloquy. But dude, what we're planning is just we want to get other comedians and other people involved, and so I developed a technique. I didn't develop it. I mean, like I found it. I found a technique that I think would be really appropriate to open up the collaborative sphere of people. So I'm really excited. Brady's a great actor, and he's an all right comedian.
Well, at least you gave me one, man.
Yeah.
We're going to employ more technology in the skits and stuff. Like, obviously, you can't really have people over to film something. I mean, you could, but it would just be dumb. But, so you got
filming porno. That's
kind of like how we're having a Zoom meeting right now. You know, you could figure out something that could be based around doing something like that. More technology in your comedy.
Yeah, there's a way to do it now. Like, isn't SNL like doing a live broadcast today? I'm sure there's gonna be all kinds of Zoom sketches and shit. That's like the only way to do it, really.
No. I think it's kind of. I mean, I'm gonna watch it, but I think it's kind of sad. I always say the truth, and I always probably gonna work against my career, but I think it's kind of sad that it's just like, you're like this. Not that SNL is doing it, but that like NBC is probably like, it's like you're this big corporate, television show, and it's just like you can't take a break. You can't just be like, dude, like you ram yourself down people's throats for like how many years, and it's just like you just can't let like small people come up and do their comedy. It's
So you're jealous they're taking your time slot? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, 100%.
They're taking, this is your time up there, man. So what's going on, Rick? No drug use on the channel, man. What the fuck, man?
No what?
No drug use on the channel, man. Come on, man. What the hell, man?
What are you talking about?
How you doing, Rick?
I'm doing good.
Yeah. Well, I like that shirt, man. Look at that. Like fucking
well, I wish they had a gardener, but it's
Ed Hardy meets Hot Topic. It looks great.
That's a dope shirt, dude.
It is pretty cool, yeah.
Is that Green Lantern?
It is.
Fucking yeah.
Unfortunately, like I said, it's not Gardner or.
Yeah, all that shit you talk about Hal Jordan, you're just wearing that motherfucker on your chest, huh? Fucking hypocrite.
The only fucking shirt they have, and I'm gonna fucking sport Lantern, all right?
We got 9 people watching. Wow, look at that. We're trying to break last week's record of 8. Oh, look, it looks like we did. Big Leo says Uri. And Brando Meow, I believe we know that's Lori. Hi, gentlemen. Cheers. I don't know which stream she's watching, but definitely knows.
I got my Jackass glass today, so
there you go.
Yeah.
You are what you drink. Huh?
Hopefully, we break the leg.
So speaking of people like sending their employees out there to die, so Vince McMahon is he's gonna run with live shows in the next couple weeks. And today, one of the wrestlers came out. They said one of the wrestlers had the corona. So,
whoa! Who did they announce? Who?
They didn't say who. No, his name redacted. My favorite wrestler. So Vince McMahon's like, fuck it, we're gonna send him out there and fucking risk fucking dying and just for sweaty
I don't want to put it all on Vince because sometimes it's a lot of these wrestlers still want to get out there and perform.
Oh,
So-
these motherfuckers would blow a guy in the middle of the ring. It means they get a fucking push, man. They don't give a, these guys are desperate. Fuck, man. A lot of the guys would be like, yeah, fuck yeah, this is my chance to shine. Just like fucking Juan with SNL. Like, this is his chance to shine, and they won't let him.
Yeah, they've had their 45 minutes and shit. And, you know, I mean, some guys aren't even asking for 15. They just want 5. Like, just let me get a little piece of the limelight. God damn you, Vince.
So Vince just bossed up. They're going to do this in Florida, too. So he called in that Trump support right there and fucking like, yeah, we're going to film in Florida.
I heard they're gonna do it on the beach.
That'd be awesome, man. You have like reenact the Top Gun scene.
No tickets.
Some of these things like WWE and obviously General Electric owns NBC, but they're like publicly traded companies. So they, you know, they've got shareholders that they gotta like say, hey, we're still trying to make you guys money. Because I even know some assholes who are not assholes, but you know, they're making money on these companies doing bad. It's called shorting the stock. So that's why they're like, well, hey, we're going to have an event and it's live. No one will be there, but people will watch.
People are thirsty for content, though. But it's supposedly like the viewership for wrestling is down. So I don't know. Maybe it's just that live. People need that live audience thing. I'm okay
You know
with
what happens?
Well, it depends on how you do it. I mean, AEW's been doing it a little bit better than WWE. WWE's fucking, you just can't watch it.
Yeah.
It's hard to watch.
Shitty product. Anybody watch WrestleMania last week? Well, yeah, Rick.
I'm going to watch it.
It was all taped. If you watch any 2 matches, watch the Undertaker and AJ Styles match, the Boneyard match, because they just film it like a movie. It takes place in the graveyard, and they film it like a fucking 80s fucking action movie. Undertaker comes in and fucking play Metallic on his bike, and he fights AJ Styles. Like it's so fucking weird. It's like one of the weirdest shit you ever seen, but it's fucking entertaining. Like if you can't do a match in a ring, do like some shit like that. So I don't know. It's fucked up. You know, they're essential. I don't know if wrestlers should be essential, but you know that's kind of weird. Kind of insult to like the people that are actually essential and actually like risking their lives. Like go fucking parade around a ring for a couple minutes. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, WWE's not even being like coy about the whole shit too. They're like putting themselves in like different undisclosed locations. AEW tried the same thing.
Unknown, okay.
And what did fucking WWE do? They called the cops. I don't know if it was them, but apparently the fucking cops came to visit them and shit after they found out where they were filming.
Well, people are still fucking doing all kinds. There's all kinds of fucking underground power. I'm sure you guys know about all the underground.
The speakeasies, yeah.
They're fucking. It's cracking right now, man. The fucking crime is up. They can't do anything because they don't want to lock any of these kids up. So it's like fucking
30.
Really? I have not heard any of this.
This is like down like in certain parts of the dude. You go down Valencia. There's broken glass everywhere. There's fucking it's fucking fucking Mad Max out there, man.
People are having secret Corona speakeasies.
I've heard of a couple shits going down. Yeah, those motherfuckers will be dead in fucking 6 weeks. So it's great. But people just want to party, man. They just fucking they don't care what's going on, man. End of the world. Yeah, we're gonna party, man. I need to be in a group of people.
I need to find out where one of these speakeasies are. I'm just angry that I'm not fucking invited. You know, like not in the
for the best, Rick.
No, if I'm gonna be forced to go out there and fucking risk my life and shit, fuck, can I have a drink, please?
So have you guys? Brady, have you been out in the world? Have you made any like what's the big trip going to the grocery store, getting food? Like, have you been outside at all?
Yeah, I went to the grocery store just yesterday. Went to Trader Joe's. It's madness.
Anytime I go out, I see at least one crazy person in the store fucking losing their shit. So the average.
But for the most part, it's like you can still do a lot of the normal shit you would do. Like yesterday, I went to get some gardening supplies, some soil, and some plants and stuff. Still went to do that. And then I'm a security supervisor, so like I'm deemed essential at my work.
But I'm not. So
yeah, I still have to work. So it's pretty much been like.
Oh, so you're still working? Okay, well, fuck, man. Cheers, man. Cheers to fucking staying out there. Fuck. Find a good time. So on, you're clearly not essential. How you been holding up? You been going outside, man? Doing your little walk?
Shadow boxing like he's fucking Apollo Creed over there. Look at him.
I've been juking and jiving, baby.
Are you fighting your inner demons right now?
Fighting, yeah, baby. I just, I go on walks when it's like super quiet. Like I'll get up at 6 a.m. and go because there's no one out, or I'll go out like at like 11:30 midnight when there's like as few people as possible.
Yeah.
Last week was last week I don't think I went out to the grocery store. I don't remember, but I stopped going out to the grocery store because there's like memo got passed around. I don't know, memo, whatever you want to call it, but just saying, hey man, these next 2 weeks are going to be like really pivotal in terms of flattening the curve. So I've been staying in, just ordering food. I ordered donuts the other day from Dynamo Donuts. Fucking I think it ended up being like $25 or $30 for like 4 donuts.
What?
It's ridiculous, man. I mean, their donuts are incredible.
They are incredible.
But they're not 30, 25 or $30 incredible.
Fucking hooker prices right there. Right?
I mean, but
that's like the Pulp Fiction $5 milkshake prices and shit. Like,
bro, when you need, let me tell you, the reason I paid that much for those donuts is so that I don't have to. I'm like, okay, fine, I can die now. I don't need another donut. You know what I'm saying? Like, their donuts are incredible. Dynamo Donuts, they don't pay me to say this. In fact, they charge me a lot. The Dynamo Donuts, I got the bacon maple with the apple. It's on 24th near Folsom. Bob Donuts, of course. Yeah, they're just phenomenal donuts, man.
Oh yeah, they're on 24th.
I want fucking donuts.
York.
I
mean, if you can get Bob's Donuts, the whole thing is that they were like, it wasn't that much more expensive to get a dozen, but can you imagine? What are you gonna do with a dozen? Brady and I, we've gone out and we've made the mistake of getting a dozen donuts. And we eat like 4 donuts and then we're just like, dude, we're disgusting.
Been there, brother. Been there.
I ordered a DoorDash and I really wanted like some spaghetti, and I got like a bowl of spaghetti, and then what else did I got like something else normal, and then I got like a 12 deep fried Oreos.
Oh, geez.
And I didn't realize how fucking like how heavy it was gonna be on my system.
Did you eat all 12?
Yeah.
Oh,
of course. Get your head out of your ass, Rick. Of course he did.
Disgusting.
Up the next day, I'm like, am I dying? Like, what is wrong?
You might have died. You might have had a fucking low coronary in between.
100%.
He mentioned 12 deep fried Oreos. I was like, fucking like, oh my god, food coma for 3 days.
It was
just regular coma.
Yeah. Had the what else? I can't remember, but I've been eating like a pig.
Yeah. I'm trying not to, man. It's hard. It's hard not to snack. This is like fucking the snack apocalypse, really. This is yeah. It's hard to like. Yeah, that's why I went to the store. I went to Target the other day. It was like the most exciting thing going to a Target like this. I haven't been to a Target in a long time, so it was great.
Were the shelves stocked?
No, it was fully stocked, man. Yeah, no, they had a lot of shit. Like the standard shit, like they didn't have masks, they didn't have gloves, like the shit you can't find anywhere. But they had milk. But no, it was exciting going there. I was like, oh man, I remember Target. It was fun.
Fucking A.
Bought a bunch of unnecessary shit just because fuck, I was at Target. That's what you do. But yeah, no, it's yeah. To try to buy like healthy snacks, you're gonna buy it like snacks. Buy all that that like carrots and fucking shit to fucking snack on. Because damn, I could definitely gain all the weight back easily during this apocalypse. I'm maintaining.
It's rough because I don't know if like I'm not sure if Whole Foods does deliveries.
They do it through Amazon. The Amazon, they own Amazon.
Do they?
Or Amazon owns them.
Yeah, I know Amazon's been swamped lately, and then they shut down a couple of
so
their
much money. Those
their
fucking
factories.
assholes, dude. All those fucking workers should get fucking triple pay, man. They should get fucking hazard pay for this shit because Amazon.
Everybody should get hazard pay.
So much money, dude. fucking ridiculous amount. All the fucking big companies. Costco's making fucking bank. People are buying shit they don't need, like all this unnecessary shit. Because, you know, like what Brady did with all the toilet paper there, man. It's fucking everybody's buying all this shit for no
He's
reason.
got his fucking Joker stash and shit. Fucking-
Do you think
I'm still in my bit, Rick. God.
Do you think the Japanese are still slaughtering whales and dolphins, or do you think they've stopped?
Oh no, they're not gonna stop.
Are they considered essential?
The dolphins? Or
No, the fucking Japanese sailors.
Probably.
Fucking Kobayashi Maru and shit, you know?
Essential.
So we got some comments here in the chat room. Let's see. Lori Blue Horseshoe loves Anacock Steel. What the hell?
Wall Street, baby, Wall Street.
Okay. First rule of Fight Club. Party like it's
Don't talk about Fight Club.
It's not fucking trivia hour, Lori. Hold on, all right? Calm down. I know you're excited. I was ready to watch wrestling at the Cow Palace. Yeah, AEW was.
Yeah, I was asking him. Was it AEW? Because I was asking him which
AEW,
promotion was coming out.
It was AEW.
Was it AEW?
Yeah, it was AEW. Yeah.
My cousin wrestles for ADW.
Who?
Oh, yeah.
He's the Chicano Flame. I swear to you. Have you heard of him?
I haven't. I'm like fucking flabbergasted right now that I fucking haven't heard of him and shit.
I think he's
the fact
AEW.
that he has a name, the Chicano Flame, makes me. I'm disappointed in myself.
Ray, have you heard of him? Have you heard of the
Chicano Flame? Does he go by another name?
I mean, is that like his
Chicano-
nickname? Does he
The
have like?
Chicano Flamer?
Sometimes they when they go to a different promotion, they change their name. So.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's not the one he wrestles for. I thought that was the one. I'm embarrassed.
Does he live in Canada?
If his name is Chicano Flame, I need to find this. I'm gonna look him up. I gotta find this guy.
Yeah, you can look up Chicano Flame. You're gonna get a whole another set of fucking websites, man.
I'm gonna get some other shit right now, aren't I, Juan? Fucking just looking this up.
You're gonna get some cam boys.
That's where the money's at, really. Yeah.
I mean,
What, becoming a cam boy?
You're already in the bathtub, man. Come on. You tear it up.
Just play fucking Q Lazarus, bro. That's all you gotta
Big
do.
Leo, essential workers are the real MVP. Like, seriously, yes. Except for wrestlers.
Wrestlers
Tashira
are essential right now to me, man.
between New York and Hampshire on 24th. Okay.
Yeah, that's a Dynamo.
Okay. Well, I
The
need
maple
donuts
bacon, maple bacon
they open
donut.
now?
Man. Maple bacon donut.
I hate maple. I don't love maple on it.
With bacon?
Yeah, unless it's on pancakes now. It's everywhere. It
Just-
smells like
just-
stays with you.
Just think about donut will be your pancake, then you got the maple,
These
and
nuts.
then
So Rick, you got some news items for us? What's going on?
Universal Studios. I think I was just mentioning this to you guys. Universal Studios closed through May.
They're not
so-
opening until probably fucking mid.
No, but this is what they've announced. I don't think they're gonna. I already said I don't think there's gonna be any public gatherings until September. I think August is gonna be when most of this shit starts dying down. That's when everybody finally gets it. It's gonna take America
next
a little
round
bit
we'll hit-
longer.
Yeah.
America's a little bit dumb. Sorry, guys.
America. Don't worry, we got our best men on it. We're gonna pray it away.
Yeah,
You guys hear Marvel's pushing back a lot of their movies?
Yeah, all the everything's getting pretty.
all phase 4, I think, got pushed back.
Everything's getting pushed
phase.
back a movie pretty much. Like Black Widow is gonna be the Internals spot in the.
It just took each
November.
slot.
So yeah, everything's gonna get pushed back unless this shit goes further. But
Yeah.
just gotta wait longer for Fantastic Four at some point.
Next Purge movie is going to be called Forever Purge. They're going to have a.
We're living it now. This is the purge now. Fuck.
Oh, not yet. I'm waiting. Got my list ready. It's going to happen.
Would you watch any of the Purge movies, Brady?
No, never seen it.
I think the only one as good as the second one, right? That's the Frank Grillo run.
Second and third one.
Second one, you just pretend Frank Grillo is the Punisher, and it just makes it a more awesome movie because Frank Grillo.
Yeah, and then the third one is like he's Punisher reformed, playing the bodyguard. He's still good in it. Still fucking great. Let me see. Fidi Albright going to direct the zombie movie.
I'm over zombie movies, then.
Yeah.
This is trend.
There's a documentary going to be released, or there's a trailer right now for it called The Recently Deceased. It's like a Beetlejuice documentary.
Oh, yeah.
I'll check it out. Anything Beetlejuice is fucking fun.
Beetlejuice. Man, I love Michael Keaton.
Yeah,
I think Michael Keaton would, if they decided to do a Batman Beyond movie, I think he would be a great Batman.
Yeah, we've talked about
Michael
that
Keaton
before. Like, it'd be amazing. Like, yeah, Michael Keaton coming back.
Did you say Michael P. Keaton?
Michael Beaton. That'd be great, man. Bring fucking old Michelle Pfeiffer in there too. Bring fucking bring them all back. Like, that'd be great, man. They could do it. Shit, why not? Like, I like DC's approach to movies right now is like kind of like that. Like, here, let's just make a good story. Like, we'll take a story and just make it. It doesn't have to connect to anything or.
Yeah, well, with Batman Beyond, it even lends itself that you don't have to connect because it's in the future.
Well, it's in anyway. Like, the Joker took place in the 80s, right? Fucking.
Yeah, but that's not that wouldn't even.
Just make all these movies standalone. You can make a couple of them connect at some point, but yeah, just make.
Have you seen Joker yet?
No.
You know, it'd be dope if they did a Into the Joker verse.
Joker?
Into the Joker verse.
Romero was still alive, I would say yes.
Dude, with all the different Jokers, no, but it would be CGI.
All the Jokers are dead. Heath Ledger's dead. Nicholson died like 10 years ago, right?
Well, they'd be CGI cartoony versions of them, but they'd find voice actors that could, capture the sentiment. I think that'd be dope.
You just get Tom Waits for Heath Ledger, right?
Exactly.
Basically, just him doing fucking Tom Waits.
So I love that Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie. It was absolutely fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I heard that they're gonna make a sequel, obviously, because it made like a ton of fucking money.
Yeah, it was like over $1 billion.
Like, oh, this made a ton of money. Let's make another one.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's such a divergent story. It's like, how do you I guess, I don't know, just him being the Joker in that world would be a good story.
It's a good movie. I just don't like the plot detail of the unreliable narrator. I've gotten that plot detail from like too many movies, and it's kind of lazy writing sometimes. Just like you get this whole thing, and then at the end they kind of just like, was it real or wasn't it? Like, fuck you, man. I just invested a whole bunch of time in this. It happened with Total Recall. Don't get me wrong. I love Total Recall. But every time you watch it, you're like, that better be Quaid, for real. It better not be no dream. You know it's a dream.
Yo, dude. Hey, you should make a t-shirt that says, it better been Quaid.
It better be Quaid. First one, SF Comic Book Co. Leo, what's up? Get the line.
There you go. Is that your Jabba the Hutt impression?
Yeah.
He's no Jedi.
On my bookie. Ho, ho, ho. Disney Plus remaking Robin Hood, the animated Robin Hood.
Are they going to remake it CGI or what?
It's just a cartoon then at that point, right? There's no humans in that movie, right? It's all animals. The same thing with The Lion King. It was just an animated movie. It's not live action.
Wait, so are they remaking it as like a live action movie, like with The Lion King? Or even though that was
just like live action, like just animals like running around and shooting bows and arrows.
Dude, that's some bullshit, man. That's ridiculous. That is disgusting. You know what's going to happen next? This is all leading up to Disney announcing their own zoo.
It is. It's called Disneyland.
Yeah, didn't they do that like with in Disney World? Like they have.
In Disney World they have a safari.
Yeah.
And there's a zoo.
It's a safari.
I mean, I'm not a smart.
I've never seen it.
What was the name of that? What was the name of that place that you could go when like you won a trip in Double Dare? They sent you somewhere like in fucking like Florida. Apparently, Disney bought that fucking company and they added the Safari Land to their fucking their Disney World experience.
That's nuts.
I forgot the name of the fucking safari thing, but it used to be a double dare prize. You know, like if you fucking got all 8 flags. No?
See,
I just made this shit up.
Right. But the thing is, as an adult, every time I've only been to Disneyland as an adult like 2 or 3 times, but every time I'm either on mushrooms or acid, and I keep riding Pirates of the Caribbean. That's the best ride, dude.
Dude, I'm telling you, if you take the right amount of acid and you're on Pirates of the Caribbean, you start wondering why everyone's fighting over Johnny Depp. It just doesn't make sense.
When was the last time Johnny Depp was good in anything, man? Jesus.
Oh, don't be mean.
He's been phoning it in for years, man.
Rango?
Yeah, he did the boy. How long ago was Rango, man? How long ago was Rango?
2 years ago.
Long time ago, man.
He was good in Amber Heard's divorce.
Yeah, he came out the hero on that one. That was a plot twist. Everybody assumed Amber Heard was the
twist. It was a plot twist.
Yeah, they're both horrible people, but Amber Heard's just slightly worse.
Slightly?
Slightly worse.
Come on.
I just hope she gets blacklisted from Hollywood like Harvey Weinstein, but she probably won't. It's
a double standard. She'll be working again, but she just won't be working like mainline films anymore.
She won't be Mira in the next Aquaman, I tell you that.
Yeah.
Fake ass.
No big loss. She's a pretty face.
Insult to redheads.
Well, who's gonna watch Aquaman anyway?
There's like an hour and a half of that 2 hour and a half movie that's actually pretty decent. Like an hour of that movie is just fucking wretched, but there's like an hour and a half that's actually kind of fun.
I wouldn't mind to do like a good fan edit where they knock it down to just that chunk that's watchable.
Yeah, like that whole scene in the desert, you get rid of all that shit. Like,
well, see, half the time I think it's the fucking studio, man. I mean, even James Wan he made a pretty good movie. Whatever he directed was pretty good. Some shit was added, looked like out of place. I can always blame that on the studio when they fucking start talking. Studios are always getting involved, especially WB. They have a fucking reputation for it, man. Fucking hate WB. Sorry.
Yeah.
As he sports a fucking Green Lantern shirt. Yeah, wait for the fucking.
I love DC, but I hate WB. Let's get that.
Fight the power, Rick. Fight the power.
Okay.
So speaking of,
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Juan. What'd you get?
No, I might have to cut out in a minute because I'm supposed to talk with my mom. I'm waiting on her call. We're gonna talk about comic books as well.
Yeah, put her on. We'll talk to her. We need to find out. Get the real insight. No, we got Brady now. We don't need you anymore.
Whoa.
That doesn't hurt.
If you had feelings, it would.
Exactly.
So speaking of DC, there's a lot of talk around like the comic sphere that like Todd McFarlane said this. A lot of people in the industry are like the one thing that like since comic books are like hurting right now and the comic shops are hurting, they're gonna need like a big event. Like so they were talking about like doing a big DC Marvel big ass crossover. They haven't done one since Justice League Avengers, probably like 15, 20 years ago, maybe early 2000s, late 90s. So they haven't done a big company crossover in a long time. They're talking about this is the time to probably the best time to actually do that, to bring people back into the comic shop once this thing fucking blows over, if it ever blows over. So what do you guys think about this? Like a big company? I think they should just do an industry-wide fucking Image Spawn showing up in fucking Superman showing up in fucking Cherry Pop-Tart or whatever, fucking just showing up everywhere, man. Fucking Archie comes in, like just cross everyone over. So what do you guys think about this?
That'd be so fucking sweet. Cause did you guys see the TV Crisis on Infinite Earths they did for like it was fucking awesome. And,
yeah, that's cool. Yeah, they it would have been awesome. They had more money to like get really do it, but they for what they did, it was cool to see like those little cameos. And
it's like they took everything and said it can be in this world, and so
Everything
it's like
counts.
just
I like that. Everything counts. They teased that a couple of years ago on The Flash. Like they showed like different worlds. Like, oh, everything counts. All this shit still counts.
including the Flash meeting the Flash, and I was like,
Yeah.
that is just
That
that's
was
so
cool.
fucking cool. That's like if they had something where like Spider-Man meets Superman, like I would fucking love that, dude. Like just be like, oh.
Yeah, and they've done it before. They've had crossovers before. But yeah, and
Right,
they probably definitely won't do it in the movies, but definitely in the comics. But you know, you never know. Fucking Disney could buy Warner, you know, DC Comics in a couple of years, and fucking that'll be the fucking plan they do. But yeah, no, I
That would scare me, man. That'd be the
Disney
one thing that really would scare me.
Brothers. Holy shit.
I wouldn't be surprised, man. Fuck, it's gonna be one fucking company at some point.
I think DC. I think if Disney made a Green Lantern movie, that'd be fucking awesome. I think Disney's Green Lantern would be fucking a knockout of the park.
Yeah.
Disney Green Lantern.
Disney Green Lantern movie.
Yeah,
no, they can do it. They can do it. They got close with the other Green Lantern movie. There was there's some decent stuff in there. No, they just they casted the lead wrong, and they cast the wrong fucking villain for him to fight, and they stayed on Earth too long. Those three things fucked up that movie.
Casting.
Was it who's the chicken? Oh, Blake Lively too. She's annoying.
Yeah. Oh, Ryan Reynolds shouldn't have been fucking. He shouldn't have been Hal Jordan.
He should have been Wally West.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know who?
You wanted to play Wally West too.
Hal Jordan. Hal Jordan should have been played by John Hamm.
Chris Pine played
But he would have been. You say too old all the time, right? But that would have been my pick, John Hamm.
Do you think they could have done a Kyle? You said Gardner. I can't remember. Is that?
Oh yeah. See, look, if I would love Rayner too, but if they're gonna do Kyle Rayner,
they won't do.
I want it to be Rayner and Gardner, like just it's old cop,
Gardner
rookie cop.
Gardner be fucking Stifler should play Guy Gardner. Perfect.
Who? Stifler? Yeah.
Stifler would be perfect.
Is like if you look at like what DC's still trying to do, they're still trying to like play ball in the way they think everything still used to be. Like, oh, you're interested in an origin story and like a team up and you know us taking down the bad guy, but then like Marvel movies are like on another level. They're like out here going somewhere that like you didn't even like see him going. Like
yeah, it's a web. Like everything like has like seven fucking branches that come into this one fucking thing.
And it can be so intricate too. Like you can be watching the Marvel's Agents of TV show, Shield TV show, and like that's still in the same world that Thor Ragnarok is in, and it's just like
But they need to go all out with that shit. They gotta stop sugarcoating. Like they kind of hint like with the fucking Netflix series, like the incident in New York or the fucking whatever. Go ball, talk about the Hulk. I want to hear them talk about all this shit, not just fucking like sugarcoat it. Show this shit.
Listen, I feel like you guys have a great understanding of the lore, but like strategically, I think some things that the comic book companies could do to really like pick up sales and increase involvement are simple things. For example, have a Zoom live reading of their comic books. Imagine the actual authors. Imagine them getting the actors that play these roles, reading the comic books as they flip the pages. It's almost like a live, like when they make the comic book cartoons, but it's not really a cartoon. You get what I'm saying?
Oh shit.
Yeah. So I don't know. You want some of these comic book creators? You don't want to see them fucking live, man. I don't know about that.
Well, we could put a filter on them. You know what I mean?
They have to wear the costume of their character before they go on.
They do. Dude, a lot of comedians are doing this really great thing where they're performing live. Like you should check out Mike Epps. He's going live every night. He's doing stand up. He's doing music, and it's really keeping his audience engaged. And I think that a lot of these comic books, these writers from the Marvel and the DC universe, if they were doing more interactive things, I think it could really potentially, develop a deeper involvement with what's going on.
Yeah, a lot of people are doing that now. There are a lot of people who are doing readings and stuff too. I don't think anybody's doing like live comic books. You should get on that one.
I've always been interested in like seeing kind of behind the scenes in a way, because like I always enjoyed reading the story, however it comes to you, either as a comic book in your hands, or you could read it on your tablet or something. But like a podcast or something, I think it's kind of cool because you get to see how the artists and the writers are coming together and what they're thinking about. And I think I used to listen to some years ago before, like, I don't know. I'm not really into podcasts.
I mean, that'd be kind of cool. Like, listening to the storyline with, Kevin Conroy probably reading fucking anything Batman related, and having Mark Hamill reading Joker. That'd be fucking dope.
Exactly.
Can you just imagine they get all the cast from the animated series, whoever did voices for whatever character, and they get them to read those parts.
Reading a comic book out loud is different, though. Have you ever like tried reading a comic book out loud? It's just like I remember having I had some of like the audio books for some of the comics, like the Man of Steel, John Byrne series from back in the day. It's kind of weird. They're super quick, and I don't know. They'll be like 5-minute videos.
That was my problem with when they adapted Watchmen into a movie. It's like when you read it, it's not just a comic book. It's a comic book, and there's like news articles. There's
novel. It's a fucking novel, man.
It's everything in a single piece of media.
Yeah.
But the point is not to try and recreate the novel aspect of the graphic novel. The point is to get people excited. The point is to get a bunch of talented voice actors in a room, or actors, and just have fun, dude. It's like, if people that go to comic book conventions, when they do the live readings, like, whether it's not even a comic book, like when you go to certain places and like the cast of Futurama will read a script live. Dude, it's electric, and it gets people juiced, and then people want to buy merch.
Yeah,
people want to support the brand, right?
I mean, I would be all for it. Just imagine, like, you can still have like Robert Downey Jr. reading, like, but the thing is too, Ray, I get what you're saying, that they're small and they're tiny, but it kind of makes it like
really
the old school serials of the 40s, like the 30s and 40s, the old school serials. But it's comic books. I mean, I think.
And they have like these podcast stories too. They have like a Wolverine one, where it's just like it's a story made for like a podcast. It's like a fucking live.
But somebody's reading he's reading as Wolverine.
Yeah, he's reading it's a story. Yeah. I think there's a couple of them on Marvel. Yeah, Marvel has. I think they have a lecture one too.
I don't know who the voice actor was for Wolverine in the X-Men Fox series, but could you imagine him coming back and fucking reading for X-Men? You'd lose your mind.
I fucking would.
Read.
Listen here, bub.
Like for me, my favorite, like Spider-Man. My favorite Spider-Man was that one from the Fox animated. Like, I loved that. That was like my definitive Spider-Man. The way he talked and how he was like a little bit snarky.
One?
Huh?
The Fox, the 90s one?
But for me, that was the voice. That's what I'm saying. That voice.
No.
Sorry. Well, that was for me, dude. That's my opinion. Oh,
it was a horrible fucking pick, Rick.
Well, let me give you another scenario.
That 90s Spider-Man show sucks so much, dude.
Hold on, Ray. Hey, just imagine. What if you had like?
He wasn't allowed to punch anything in that show. You notice that? He never punched anything. Like
is that the voices? Is that the voice actor's fault?
Was it Nicholas Hammond?
Nicholas Hammond? No.
Yeah.
It was
Nicholas Hammond.
Named Christopher Daniel Barnes?
No. You don't even know his name. Hold on.
Yeah, it's fucking Greg Brady from fucking from the Brady Bunch movie.
Hey, imagine if there was a Spider-Man off, and they had all like the actors from the Marvel universe. Dude, and they're just and they're just fucking competing. They're just like, hey, we're gonna reread these few scenes over and over. Who's killing it?
They had a series a couple of years ago called Into the Spider-Verse. Not the movie, but before the movie, there was a comic book series crossover where Spider-Man pretty much met every incarnation of himself, like from the movies to like the cartoon to even like the Hostess ad. Remember the Hostess ad, fucking Spider-Man, the little one-page ads in comic books with Hostess or the cupcakes or whatever. And so it was like, yeah,
I played that video game. It was like Mysterio was like controlling it or something.
Oh, was it the Sinister Six one?
the Shattered Dimensions or some shit.
Yeah, that was a fucking. I played that in a weekend because I don't really have video games, but my aunt and uncle did, so I fired up their PS3 and beat that over Thanksgiving week. So
that was a fun game.
Yeah, that fucking. I heard that Tom Holland might do a cameo in
Venom.
not only Venom 2, which is why I changed my background here, but he might do a cameo in the next Into the Spider-Verse thing. They were going to film a live action sequence with him.
He actually filmed the scene for Venom, the first Venom movie, but they didn't put it in. Tom Holland was supposed to be in the first Venom. Man, that was so disappointing. You can't tell Venom's story without Spider-Man. That just doesn't make any sense.
It's weird. Yeah, it's like
any villain when you don't even include any bit. Because the thing is, it's not like fucking Joker. They included like you can hear Wayne and all that shit, but they made no inclusion of fucking Spider-Man at all. Like I don't think you ever heard the name Parker at all.
You just like there's something Eddie they referenced that like he had fucked up or something in the past, which is kind of similar to how Eddie in the comics like lied and then like was betrayed by Peter. But then it's like without the whole symbiote in the story, it's just there's so much missing there. Yeah. It's like how do you have Eddie Brock as a hero without him being kind of a villain to Peter, but still a hero to other people? It's like
it takes away so much from the story. Like the whole you kind of skip over a lot of the big bits you need to make Venom work. So I don't know. It's just it's disappointing. We'll see what the next one. I think they're gonna like try to cross over more. So hopefully that's. I like Tom Holland as Spider-Man. I think he's one of the best Spider-Man on the big screen. Anyways,
I like him as Spider-Man because to me, he's there like there's so many grown-ups in the Marvel universe. Like they're
he's
all
the actual
like,
kid.
Yeah, he's
a kid.
He's like 20 something, and I think he was cast when he was like 17. So it's just like he's perfect to be the young kid Spider-Man, which I think like I think they might try to do like another younger hero with the Miss Marvel thing, but I really don't know a lot about the Marvel stuff. But I'm glad to see
she's I think she's Inhuman, I think.
But that was one of the reasons why I loved Batman Beyond, because that was basically he's young, he's a teenager, and he's a superhero. It's basically Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, that was definitely comparisons when it first came out. But yeah, this is definitely like kind of Spider-Man type. Yeah, Batman Spider-Man hybrid kind of shit. That teen angst, man. It's all about that teen angst.
Still want Blue Beetle. Still want Blue Beetle.
So what's up, Rick? You got any other news happening in the world?
Yeah. Do I? Hellraiser reboot coming. Don't know if we need it or not.
Only if Blumhouse is producing.
No, Spyglass Media. So.
Isn't that whose company is that? It's not Michael Bay, right? No, it's
no. Spyglass. No, he's Platinum Dunes.
Platinum Dunes. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
Let me find out who is this guy. Well, the guy who's set to direct, his name is David Bruckner. Yeah, it's right now like horror's the quiche thing to fucking be doing right now.
Well, they're remaking everything from the 80s and 90s right now. So you'll see like another Nightmare. You'll see another Friday 13th, another Texas Chainsaw. You'll see all this shit being remade. Because Halloween was successful.
Oh, okay. They did the Signal. They did the Ritual. They did the Night House. They like using the word "the" a lot in front of their titles. But they did VHS. They did VHS is one of like it's some good horror. It's some good found footage horror. Southbound, and they produced a couple episodes of Creep Show.
That's coming out on a Blu-ray next month, I think.
Creep Show?
Yeah, well, probably end up getting that. I missed it when it was on TV. All right,
Yeah,
we got
it looks good. We don't
need
need Hellraiser. We don't need Hellraiser.
Yeah. Man, maybe. I don't know. I think I'll be down. Actually, I'll be down for like a badass Hellraiser.
You know what's gonna end up happening? And this will piss me off because
is dude still alive, Pinhead?
David Bradley, yes, he's still alive.
Pull it off? Like, I'd rather see him play Pinhead than somebody else.
He could possibly do it because I mean it's under makeup.
Yeah.
But the one thing that gets me about when they make horror nowadays, dude, it's everything is like, oh, we can go PG-13.
No, not with Hellraiser. No, you have people's fucking flesh being ripped off from their fucking face, dude. Like, no.
They'll find a way to go PG-13.
Assholes.
And that would be the sad part, man.
Brady, a horror fan?
Yeah, like when horror before CG came into the picture, when it was all like 80s stuff.
Talk about that shit all the time, man. Practical effects, man. We're all about practical effects, man.
Because if you think about it, like horror, when CG came into the picture, that's why they started going the route of, can we make it PG-13? Because PG-13, a movie like that will always be in a bigger audience, and so studio execs looking at that as a money thing. They're like, well, if we make a PG-13 movie, it'll make a ton more money. And that's why, like, I wish that they just understood that the fans just love the product as an R-rated product itself. Kind of like what they took a risk and they made Deadpool as an R-rated movie, and they made Logan as an R-rated movie, and it immensely excelled beyond anything it could have been as a PG-13 movie.
Yep.
I think they even made like a Deadpool 2, and they called it Deadpool for Christmas and made it PG-13.
Yeah.
It obviously didn't do as well.
I didn't watch it. You already saw the rated.
Well, they said they added new scenes to it too.
It's like watching the TV version of a rated R movie.
Yeah. Why? Yeah. Like, why would I waste my money, watching that? Honestly, it's not even a money thing anymore.
I think it was they were testing the market for because since they're buying, Disney bought Fox, they're like testing, like, can we release a Deadpool movie PG-13 and people still come to it? I think that was like a test.
Yeah, well, they've already mentioned Deadpool is going to be rated R. So
until
it comes out,
until you come out, man. Disney, because it can't be under the Disney banner because Disney refuses to release rated R movies. So
they can release it under Fox.
What happened to fucking what was it, Touchstone? What the fuck happened to that?
Well, the fact that they have Fox now, they can still use that.
Yeah, just use Fox.
Touchstone's a mute point right now. If you have a company like Fox, that you could just do it under a different banner, especially that Fox is such a well-known company.
Yeah, what's the point of buying this company if you're not going to do something with it that you can't do with your other company?
Like Disney,
WCW.
Like Disney has they have like the kids, they have the teenagers, and they have the young. They have that whole demographic. Now you want the hardcore horror fans too, and the hardcore like comic.
Fox.
Yeah.
Do it through Fox.
And they have like so many properties now. They have they have
Aliens.
They have Aliens. They have Predator. They have John McClane. They have fucking everything now, man. Fuck bastards.
Well, I don't want to see Disney producing any fucking Die Hard movies for sure. No. Because what they would probably do is
no. Die Hard in Disneyland? Come on, man.
That'd be sick.
Reboot it, right?
That'd be sick, dude.
Die Hard in Disneyland.
They would turn Hans Gruber
like Bruce Willis's grandkid, dude. Like stuff in Disneyland, like John McClane Jr.
They could turn the Tower of Terror into Nakatomi Tower.
Nakatomi Plaza.
Sounds amazing. Oh my god, let's fucking make this, dude. Die Hard Disneyland, man. Die Hard Jr.
I mean, to get the right to Disneyland, yeah, maybe, but the movie itself.
And like McLean's like actually working in the park as security guard, and like his like grandkids.
He's all busted down and 60 years old.
Oh, have it set during the coronavirus, man. Everything's shut down, and like some terrorists come in. Oh, this writes itself, dude. Oh, let's do this, man. This is fucking amazing, man.
In a world.
Movie writing time.
Die Hard Jr., Die Hard in Disney.
What dies hard?
Let me see your ticket. No ticket, no ride.
Can I suggest an event that would bring together a lot of people in the comic book world and in the nerd world?
Free porn?
No, well, besides that, no, baby, right here, Marvel versus Capcom, baby, a new one. Come on, bro, let me get.
Didn't they just come out with one like 2 years ago?
It failed though. It was really bad because they didn't have the they didn't have access to the X-Men, dude.
Oh yeah, that's
fucking,
right.
But dude, like you bring it back.
Those were the best. Like Wolverine was a shit, dude. Wolverine and Cyclops and fucking Psylocke. Oh yeah.
Cyclops was my character.
Magneto was sick.
Magneto is actually one of the most overpowered characters. People are like, they should ban Magneto. Oh, but the worst is Sentinel. Jesus Christ, dude.
Omega Red.
Omega Red was incredible.
Omega Red's a fucking cheap bitch.
But dude, these two franchises right now, bro, because everybody's online gaming, right? And Marvel is fucking huge. You combine the two. Oh, come on, bring it back.
I'm actually online gaming right now on pause though. I'm fucking playing Friday the 13th.
You know you're playing Animal Crossing.
That's excellent.
It's my safety valve for the day. This is how I fucking make sure I don't kill anybody. I go kill people virtually in a world.
Sheriff, I didn't kill anybody.
Oh, Sheriff, I killed lots of people.
So we got some more. We got hold on one second. Let me see this chat room. We got let's see. Maverick is out in December. Thanks, Lori. Keaton is so underrated. Thank you. He is very underrated. VRox 784. Sup, blood. Lori, it's called a table read. Thanks, Lori, for being our fact checker. And I know you have nothing better to do right now. Yeah.
What an asshole.
Don't mess with Lori, or you can't do it at work, so I gotta do it here. Big Leo, Ezra Miller choking another Flash. That'd be dope. I did not like Ezra Miller as the Flash. Yeah, he's the worst part of that fucking movie. So annoying. Tobey Maguire is my Spidey. Let's see. Emily. Oh, welcome, Emily. Rick and I went on a walk in my hood, and I thought I saw you. Rick, stay away from Emily. All right. Is Rick creeping in the neighborhood again?
Dude,
you like the neighborhood Sasquatch?
I think I went out twice. I just went to the store.
Emily said, "LOL, whoops, our hood." Yes,
it is. It's our hood. What?
Yeah, that first one made it sound kind of creepy. Yeah, Rick's just
live right near the beach. What?
Oh man, everybody's looking. What? All right, so all right. When this is all over, what's the first thing you guys can do when like life comes
go to a movie.
Go to the club. Fucking, I hate the club.
You're gonna go to City Nights.
Go pick up.
Let's all go to City Nights the first night when the fucking shit goes down. What a shit show that's gonna be.
You will get laid.
Not the way you want to, man.
Dude, I'm either gonna come out of this like single for the rest of my life, or I will like just be up to my eyeballs in jail.
I can't wait, dude. Standards are gonna be so lowered, man. Once this fucking blows over, man.
What an asshole.
Are you ready? All right, let's go. All right, cool. Oh man.
Karaoke.
Well, there's gonna be two.
Good time to be single.
There's gonna be the I won't even shake your hand side. And then there's gonna be the like, we need to fuck right now. It's gonna. That's the way it's gonna be.
Drink to that, man. Yeah.
I'm going to Hooters with Leo and shit on a Tuesday. I'm
Yeah, I think go to the movies, go out to eat somewhere, and like sit down.
Hey, Ray.
It's so draconian, man. Going to a place and like ordering food, you gotta stand in line 6 feet.
House of Prime Rib.
And just fucking House of Prime Rib for sure.
House of Prime Rib when this is done, bro.
Eat some ass.
Whoa!
all the fucking ass eaters are immune to that fucking coronavirus, man. We got the good, we got the cure right there, man. It's in the ass. You guys done fucked up. You're scared of the ass.
The opposite of 6 feet. You know what I mean? It's just like, so what do you think's the appropriate distance you should take from a person? I don't know. I'm gonna eat their ass. You know what I mean?
Well, see, at least they're breathing the other way.
True.
So they're not breathing on you, so that's good. There you go.
Did I go too far? I'm sorry, man. I apologize. This show just got banned from YouTube.
Yeah,
It's a family-friendly show.
Hey, man, we have 8 people watching right now. All right, come on, man.
Hey, I don't think they're playing this year, Leo.
He's gonna go to the Nob Hills Men's Club. That's Lori. All right. I'm going to Hooters, Big Leo. Oh, Hooters sounds amazing. I want some barbecue.
Yeah, Tuesday. I'm going.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Is Hooters still open? That's essential, right?
No.
I want some wings so bad. A Giants game sounds amazing. I want to go to a Giants game. Yeah, a public event. I want to go.
They're not. I don't think the Giants are going to play. I think the first season we're going to see is going to be football.
Well, they were talking about they're gonna like just play in Arizona, like they're all just gonna play games in that fucking stadium and just all be like fucking sequestered and shit.
Well, how are they going to do that? Because they can only have like, isn't it said there are no gatherings 10 or plus? I mean, there's fucking 52 guys.
They're gonna, well, like Trump is gonna fucking, he knows people want fucking sports, and Trump is trying to win that fucking Middle America vote, and people in Middle America love fucking sports, and so if Trump brings back sports just for them fucking little hillbillies,
He wins.
he wins.
Yeah.
Let's see, Big Leo's Rick sipping on that Florida Canya. What are you sipping on, Rick? It's some white boy Jameson, huh? Disgraceful to the Nicoya clan.
Dude, if I drink rum, it's going to get a lot worse, okay? I'm just saying.
Webs are essential. What the hell's Webs? B-E-W-B.
Boobs.
Boobs. Like, we're not hip, Emily. You got to stop using your little millennial slang.
Dude, it says boobs. Boobs are essential. Boobs.
They're closed. God damn it. Hooters is closed. Fuck. God
They're
damn
not
it.
essential, bro. Boobs are essential, but they're not.
All right, there's a lot of emojis and smiley faces going on right now. Huh? You kids and your emojis.
I love emojis.
Yeah, sure.
Not the emoji movie, but I love emojis.
It's best when you get back to that, point in a relationship with somebody, you need just emojis. That's all you need. Not actually have to connect with them in any other way. Oh my God, Emily, are you drunk right now? Emily's drunk in the chat right now. Good job. All right, catch up. Let's all catch up. Cheers to the apocalypse.
Cheers. All right.
Is that anti-weed? Are you anti-weed, Brady? Are you taking a stance?
Marijuana, not even once.
Oh wow! Is that the mug you get when you don't do drugs?
Cheers.
Yeah, you
get like a special T-shirt and like a mug.
Yeah, you go 6 weeks without weed, and then they send you one of these mugs.
And like an eighth, you're like, here, get back on that wagon.
No, I thought it was funny.
So it's ironic, as the kids say.
Yeah. And I've got plenty of alcohol in here. So.
Yeah, alcohol is definitely helping.
Yeah, I had to buy a bottle.
You drinking one? What are you drinking?
I'm not. I was drinking some scotch, some Glenfiddich.
I just got a good bottle of scotch the other day, man.
I'm drinking fucking vodka and fucking low sugar lemonade. All right, that's how classy I am.
Very nice.
Making a lot of hot toddies, like your drunk grandma.
Brady makes the best hot toddies. But the weird thing is, like, out of nowhere, he's like, "Do you want a hot toddy?" And it's just like, dude, it's like,
drink, man.
And it's like it's 11 a.m., dude. He's like, "But do you want a hot toddy?"
Hey, that's a friend. That's a friend.
No one's giving me hot toddies. I tell you that.
Yeah, I want a fucking hot toddy at 11 in the morning.
Let's see. Emily, whatever. Was spelled wrong though, so she's definitely drunk. Lori, rose all day. Emily finally had a drink. Yeah, you've had several, Emily. Cactus Grapefruit League realignment for the season is being considered. Okay, Big Leo, thank you for the info.
Yeah, I want a link to that.
Emily, all I wanted was my 30-day chip. You didn't get your 30-minute chip. Alurb he's alive. Hondo's alive. What's up, y'all? Juan, my dude. All I wanted was a Pepsi. Oh,
He's institutionalized.
Who is that?
That's Hondo.
Hondalorian.
Hondo.
Zero.
Hondo Calrissian.
Barry Alex. Turtle Man. I miss Alex.
Urbina Earth 13. Cosmic Treadmill.
Oh man. Yeah, man. Yeah, Mr. Crew, man. Yeah, at least we got this little format we can like
it doesn't fucking help, Ray. I'm fucking going crazy here. I just want to fucking hang out.
At least
go fucking party somewhere. Go watch a movie.
You'll get your chance one day, son. You could go out to the outside world. How's the fucking buses, man? Are your routes still running? The ones that you get to take to work?
Luckily enough, dude, my bus is still running. The N is considered an essential line because
it's across town.
It's It's one of the crosstown lines. So the three crosstown lines that I know come east to west are the 38, the L, and the N. That's it. And one night, I lost my shit. It said 11 minutes, but the bus didn't come for like 99 minutes. It literally was 99 minutes. I kept on calling. I was like, dude, the bus is supposed to be coming. What's going on? The bus is like 6 minutes from you. 20 minutes later, the bus shows up. I got this fucking homeless person, fucking trying to spit on me the whole time. It's getting nuts out there. It's like Escape from New York at night on Market Street. The perfect description of what San Francisco looks like. Right? You remember the Carter from New Jack City after Nino Brown took it over? That's what the fuck it looks like down there. 6th Street looks exactly like that. It's fucking the Carter. It's the Carter.
So it's cracking, man. Let's go down there. Man.
Yeah. It's cracking. Literally, it's fucking cracking.
I have not been downtown in like I don't know, months.
There's a Thunderdome down there, like at the TL and
don't
shit.
Go. Yeah, the TL. I'm just glad the 31's not running because I don't have to go through the TL. Do not go. Don't go anywhere that is bad.
Yeah,
because it's really bad.
It's bad.
Damn.
Luckily, I just go straight from home, and then I commute to Foster City, and then I come right back home. So.
Yeah, the inner city right now, at least downtown, is fucking. It's a mess, man.
So what were you doing downtown there?
I work down there.
Oh, okay, fuck.
Yeah, and the thing that's really bad news for us is that I just found out that there's a homeless shelter that's on, I think, 8th or 9th and Bryant, and they just announced that they had 70 people test positive for it, homeless people, and because these guys they're not always at one shelter. If they can't get into a shelter, they go to another one. So they're pretty much webbing across the street, probably spreading it more than anything. And they come into the store often. I try not to deny them service because I don't want to be a dick like that. But I think I'm coming to the thing where I'm just I can't have the employees under fucking any danger. Like especially if they lose their shit inside the store.
Do you have somebody at the door? Like
it's me.
What's your job?
I manage a market.
Wow, man.
So, like, if they think they see somebody who's going to come in, they'll call me up to the front, and then I pretty much have to fucking play, bouncer until, and I ask them in the nicest way, because I'm not trying to have somebody try to spit on me or whatever. I'm like, dude, you can't be here right now. I'm going to have to ask you to leave. If you don't, I'm going to have to call security, and they're not going to ask you as nice as I am. I'm just asking you got to please leave the premises. Always tell somebody very politely. Every now and then I'll get some motherfucker trying to stare me down. I'm like, yeah, that doesn't confront me until I have to fucking actually call security for a guy stepping to me. And it does happen down there, depending on their fucking level of,
Don't start, now won't be none, huh, Rick?
Yeah, not with those guys. They'll don't even have to be none. They'll start some.
Stop doing drugs on the street, Rick.
Hey, what do you guys think? What do you think about collaborating, the four of us, on a new comic book character, Rona Man? Rona Man, Rona Man. He's a Rona, the Rona can.
Just goes out there and he slaps people for trying to spit on people.
In the garbage looking for soda can. Look out, he is the Rona Man.
Oh, Rona Man is the villain in fucking Die Hard Jr. in the park.
Rona Man?
Rona Man.
Listen, Rona Man, if you want to get into this ride, you need a ticket. Oh God, he's coughing on me. Oh God.
And he caressed me with that. All right, so we got some more chats going on. Lori, quote 45. All right, cool. And let's see. Alerb, there are things known and things unknown, and in between are the doors. Secrets can rest in peace. Yeah, nice.
Okay.
Oh, Rick, I'm sorry. Yeah, drunk Emily just fucking called you out, Rick. God. Let's see. Secrets. Justin. Well,
I got called out. What?
Emily, that sucks. Alerb, Snake Rickskin. Rickskin sounds kind of naughty. I don't know about that. Lori, Kraken, Big Leo, crackheads don't get the Rona. Apparently they do.
They do.
I said, Alerb, I said Snake Rickskin. Lori heard about that. Hi, Ray. It's me, Leo. Hello, Leo. Is this Lil
Hi,
Leo?
Leo.
I think it's Lil Leo. It's lowercase Leo.
What's up, little Leo?
Kids shouldn't be. See, that's why you shouldn't be doing drugs, Rick. There's kids watching. Fucking.
Why are you mentioning that's what it is, bro?
Because it's obvious. You fucking. You're not the best
obvious?
criminal. You've always been a horrible criminal, Rick.
So disappointed, Rick. In myself at the moment.
Yes, you definitely should be disappointed in everyone, including yourself.
Always.
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 Oh man. All right. So what? 9, 12. That's pretty good. All right. So let's see. Where's the rest of these guys at? Where's everybody's missing now. So Rick.
It's okay. It's okay. The show must go on.
Oh, there you go. I see a hand.
Oh. I don't know if I want to see what the other hand is doing right now.
Look, Ma, one hand.
One-handed. Whoa.
Sorry, I was just kidding.
Wancho pops up like a fucking Jedi ghost and shit.
He's a force ghost. Use the force, Luke. So, Brady, on the show every week, we just kind of ask people what their pull list is. Pull list is basically something you've read or watched or listened to recently, good or bad, something like you might catch your attention, something that stands out to you, good or bad. So you have a pull list for this week, anything you watched, listened to, read, whatever.
Pull list?
Yeah, something that you picked up or listened to or watched.
Anything you watch, like a show or a movie,
good or bad.
I'll tell you, do you guys watch Doctor Who at all?
I used to. I got to maybe season 9 or 8.
Yeah. So Peter, I kind of jumped off like when Peter Capaldi came on, and then I just now with the coronavirus, I fired up the VPN. No, I mean, I went and paid for every but I started watching some Peter Capaldi episodes, and it's, to me, like I just love Doctor Who because I don't know, some real cool stuff came out of that universe. Like, if you're a kid, like when they had the Sarah Connor Chronicles, that was fun, and then they had the Torchwood for the grown-ups, and I really liked Torchwood when they had it. But a Doctor Who is this nice middle ground where it's like, it's not too dumb and it's not too smart, and like it's just like you can zone in, watch this stuff, and it's always kind of like a smart guy with a whimsical nature takes on an alien or technological disaster. It's fun. Yeah, so I've been trying to catch up. I just finished season 9. It was fun. It's a fun show. That's what I love about it.
Doctor so far.
Oh, and right before that, I went on Hulu and I binged this show, Legion. Did any of you see Legion?
I saw the first few episodes. Never got back
Is
into
that
it.
that's the one X-Men one, right?
Yeah, and it's like it's X-Men, but it's like not even related to anything else in the X-Men universe. It's like completely its own thing. It's like it's amazing. I loved it because it was real psychological, real.
It's a bit of a mind fuck.
Yeah, it's like this guy's like he's in a mental institution. He's a telepath, and so he thinks he's crazy, but then it's like the reality behind it is like so fucking distorted. And then like they do some really weird shit. Like there was one episode where they did like two or three episodes that all took place in the span of like half a second, because he's a psychic and he can like create like a prison inside somebody's mind. And it's like you never realize the true power that a telepath like Charles Xavier has until you see it kind of wielded by a bad guy.
Legion in the comic is Xavier's son.
Yeah.
And they do allude to it a bit I think I've seen the whole first season, but they kind of do allude to that. His dad or the people who are his parents aren't his parents. He has.
At the end of season 1, you see some resolution on that. And then in season 3, you straight up see his parents, and like you see Xavier and stuff. But
is it Patrick Stewart?
No, it's like they cast their own guy.
Okay.
But it's like it's good because it's like it's not like it's divergent from the X-Men storyline. It's like if you wanted to, it just like how I can't remember the young kid who played the Scottish guy. He played the young Xavier. It's
McAvoy.
like this could technically be in the same universe before you even meet him. So it's like kind of the same thing.
Because I've only seen the first season. I need to go back and watch season 2 and 3 on that one.
Yeah,
it's all on Hulu.
It's all
So you gotta.
We're watching a lot of Hulu, man. Hulu's great, man. They got so much shit right now.
Yeah, I'm looking right now at the Doctor Who cast. They have some really good doctors, man.
Yeah, so and I'm not even at the most recent Doctor yet. So I just watched
who's the new Doctor? Jenna? No.
Yeah,
Jodie.
I watched the
Jodie Whittaker?
Was it Eccleston?
Eccleston?
Yeah, that was like the first season, right? First couple.
Yeah, the first season of the 2005 series.
Yeah.
But
What?
Wow.
What? What's going on?
So is that your pull list for this week?
My pull list right here. I've been pulling it to this.
That's a pull list right there.
So many things going on. So what's up, Juan? What's your pull list for the week besides the picture behind you?
My pull list for the week is the new Amazing Stories, which is on Apple TV. I was really skeptical of it. I'm a huge fan of the 1985 to I think 1986 or 87 Spielberg series that was on ABC. Phenomenal, super integral into my development.
Does the new show still have the old theme song?
Yes, it does.
Oh,
dude, the theme song. It's like if you could encapsulate what being a child in the 80s was like, it's that theme song.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and so they kept the theme song. They updated the visuals, although the visuals on the original were phenomenal, right? With the Native Americans telling the story. Dude.
Oh yeah.
I've only watched 5 episodes. I think they may only have 5 episodes so far this season, but out of the 5, 4 of them are excellent. One of them takes place in Oakland. One of them is kind of a recreation of the first one, of the first episode of the original one. Great music, good acting, you know, good writing. I recommend it. Yeah, if you have Apple television. If you don't, I know they're offering.
I hear good things about Apple TV, man. I hear everybody's like been real. They have good shit and good content.
You can get a free Apple. I mean, I got a free year subscription for them, which is pretty generous, and I'm really satisfied with that. I think I recommend it. It feels you. It's a little dark. It's funny, quirky, but mostly, you know, it fills you with hope, which is what the original.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a great show. That's
it's
my
like
pull for
Twilight
the
Zone,
week.
but positive.
100%.
That's awesome. All right, cool, amazing stories. Yeah, I've been wanting to check that out. Let's see. So hold on, some more chat here. Big Leo's back. Okay, welcome back, Big Leo. I knew there was a switch in the timeline. What did everybody have for dinner tonight? Lori's asking.
I didn't eat.
I had fish with avocado. Yes, some skitty. Let's see. The new Weekend album. Big Leo's that's his pull list for this week. I heard a couple of tracks off it. That sounds pretty good. Lori Broadchurch.
Oh.
That was Broadchurch.
I like The Weeknd.
Yeah, he's pretty good. I'm not a big fan of modern day hip hop, but that's pretty good. Stop doing drugs, Rick. See you. Do that off camera. You can get us shut down.
Family friendly show.
Let's see. David Tennant is my favorite Doctor Who from Lori.
I would have to say
David Tennant's a good one.
David Tennant is amazing, but always it goes back to me, Tom Baker classic. You just can't beat that scarf. It's amazing.
Danny Quintero, the new Bad Bunny album. Fire.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, the new Bad Bunny.
It's so fucking good. I mean, yeah, it just he murders it. The whole album is good, but I can never make it past the first 5 tracks because they're so good. I just want to repeat them.
Wow, high praise. Let's see. Lori's asking, did you ever finish The Outsider, Rick?
Still on episode 4.
God damn it, Rick.
Dude, I've been watching so much other stuff right now.
Danny Quintero, 11 people, a new high. Records. Yeah, thank you, Leo. Yeah, we're breaking records tonight, man. Let's see. Ayler, he's listing all the stuff he saw last month. McMillions, The Messiah, Tiger King, Hunters, Narcos, Mexico, season 2, Kidden, can't even say it. Seasons 1 and 2, seasons 1 and 2 of Jack Ryan. Maybe recency bias, but Jack Ryan was my favorite of all. Wow. Broadchurch is a British cop show. Okay, thanks, Lori. Yeah, I heard that Jack Ryan's pretty good. I know I still can't take Jim seriously as an action guy, but we'll see.
You know what I watched that is kind of comic book related? I watched The Boys.
Yeah.
And that was fun. That was good. It was all little insular kind of story thing. I liked it.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. Yeah, the book is for the most part hit. It gets kind of. I'm not a big fan of the ending. I've always said I'm not a big fan of the ending of the comic book, but the comic book's fun too. Derek Robertson and Garth Ennis. It's a good. It's brutal. Like the TV show is pretty brutal, but the comic book's even more fucking like disgusting and brutal and more like more like fucking degenerate. It's great. Rick, what do you got for the pull list this week?
What did I watch? I've been watching a lot of those YouTube wrestling, Dark Side of the Ring.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm super fascinated with those because it's just that's my forte. You know, I fucking love wrestling. And
they have Chris Benoit. They have one on Chris.
I saw the Benoit one. Benoit one's really good. The one that was the most interesting to me, I really like the whole story of the Fabulous Moolah. There's like a lot of dark history with her because I mean people didn't even trip on it that whole Mae Young Battle Royal. It originally was the Fabulous Moolah, but they changed it fucking 2 weeks right before it happened.
Yeah, because the sponsor of she's fucking shady. Yeah, the chick was like.
Well, yeah, I mean, but the thing is, it's like, dude, for one promoter to call another promoter shady, they were all shady.
No, but she was like super like shady. Like she was fucking doing some cold ass shit to women.
But that's according to just a few people. Like if you hear other people's stories about her, they're just like, no, she didn't do that. But then that's all hearsay either way, you know? So, I mean, like the whole thing with Benoit shit was definitive. That's what he fucking did, you know? But like Moolah, there's so much behind her story still. It's just like some shit got out because of like certain wrestlers told their stories about her. And then everybody took it as gospel. But there's a lot more things that she did fucking for that bit for, you know, women's wrestling than what they think. I mean, I don't know. It's just great story for Fabulous Moolah. And I was watching the Randy Macho Man and Elizabeth one.
Yeah.
And it's astounding that I thought about it. Elizabeth isn't in the fucking Hall of Fame.
No.
That's a fucking travesty. They build her as the first lady of wrestling all through the 80s, and she is not in the Hall of Fame. Well,
there's a couple of notable people not in the Hall of Fame that are dead right now.
Yeah, but I think she's the biggest omission right now to me.
Yeah.
Her and Savage, I don't know what fucking Vincent Savage had going on. I don't know if that shit's fucking true.
Because fucking
it could be an urban legend.
Because Savage fucking banged fucking Stephanie McMahon.
It could be an urban legend. It could be an urban legend.
He definitely banged Stephanie McMahon, dude. When she was like 16, 17.
Well, the thing is, it doesn't match up because they say from the time when they say that he did it, she really wasn't around. And then when she was around and they saw them together, that she was already like fucking 18 or 19. So, I mean, maybe it happened, maybe it didn't, but we don't know.
I would like to believe it did. I like to believe it.
Yeah.
Macho Man banged Vince's daughter.
But either way, whatever fucking Macho Man did, that shouldn't affect fucking Liz getting into the fucking Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, Liz should be in. Then I saw WrestleMania, which was one of the fucking weirdest WrestleManias out there that I've ever seen. It was bizarre fucking seeing a WrestleMania with no crowd. Super bizarre. And
you got Brady interested, I tell you. Huge wrestling fan, right, Brady?
Every ticket to every event, all the wrestles.
WrestleMania was all right for what it was. I'm not a big WWE guy these days, but no, you know,
I still gotta watch it. You know, I like it
for what it was. It was fine. Good for them. Good little distraction for a weekend. All right, cool. All right, good pull list, Rick. Let's see. Anything else on your list, Rick?
No.
I got a bunch of things. I've been catching up on Immortal Hulk. It's been actually really good. It's kind of like a horror take on the Hulk right now. It's a good, nice little Alex Ross cover right there. Written by Al Ewing. It's been really good. Recommended by Alex and Matt. I've also been reading The Invincible Iron Man by Bendis. This is the first one right here. And this is kind of happened after Marvel now. Mary Jane's like his secretary at this point. Involves Dr. Doom. When Dr. Doom after Secret Wars becomes like he has his faith fixed and he's trying to become a hero. It's kind of him and Tony Stark like kind of interacting, and Tony Stark's dealing with some like demonic possession, and Dr. Doom helps him out. It's actually really
Hold
good.
on, let me see the image of that. Let me see that cover again. A little closer. That's fucking dope. What's the name of the artist?
On this one, this is Marquez.
That looks excellent.
Yeah, David Marquez. That's pretty good.
Dude,
Yeah, the art's really good. The story's actually really fun. Brian Michael Bendis is a great writer. Like cool, like suits of like this Iron Man armor can like just transform into anything. He like makes a samurai armor out of it. Like it gets whatever he needs it to turn into, it turns into. So like him and Dr. Doom are fighting, and Doom is just fucking bossing up on him. So it's a pretty good story. It's like the beginning of if you read the infamous Iron Man storyline by Bendis and Alex Ameliev. This is kind of the start of it. Him kind of like bonding with Tony Stark and Doom and Stark interacting. It's actually really interesting stuff. Let's see.
I will read anything Bendis after I was such a big fan of Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That like after that, I'll trust him with fucking anything. You know.
Have you read Powers?
No.
Read Powers, man. If you love Bendis, that's probably Bendis's best work. Powers is fucking amazing. So good. They had a TV show on PlayStation, I think, was fucking horrible.
It was garbage.
It was a travesty. It was so
garbage.
bad. Yeah, the comic book is amazing. If you get your hands on the comic book, read that comic book. But it's run by Bendis on Iron Man. It was amazing. He went from Iron Man. Tony Stark died, so Dr. Doom took Iron Man's place for a minute. So he was the infamous Iron Man. It's a great storyline. Doom trying to like redeem himself. And it, you know, he knows all the villain secrets, so he pretty much takes down all the villains, and all the villains come at him fucking super hard. It's a really good storyline. Let's see, what else do I got? Oh, here, yeah, but I picked this up too. It's Eagle Moss. It's the bat train from the night. If you remember the Nightfall storyline from the 90s when Azrael became the new Batman. He had a train that would run through the Batcave under Gotham City, so that's the train from that series. From Detective Comics, it's Eagle Moss. They do replicas and stuff. So I picked that up. You know, just because I'm quarantined doesn't mean I can't live, man. I gotta live my best geek life. So all right, so that's my pull. Oh, hold on, I got a list. Hold on. Hold on, let's see. Westworld I checked out this week, and I know Juan, you're caught up, right? Westworld.
I am. Yes, I am.
Yeah, I'm still 2 episodes behind, but it's been pretty good this season so far.
I'm glad you're enjoying it. I think it's a phenomenal season. I mean, the last show was great because it was like super actiony. It was like almost 80s action film level of action.
That's a lot of action, man.
Yeah, it was impressive.
Yeah, no, it's good, man. I even like big headed. What's his big head kid? A big forehead kid name? Aaron Paul.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He has a huge forehead, man. No, it's good.
I've been watching it too, and I'll watch it tomorrow night when it's on. It's fucking dope, man. I gotta say that I love how they basically have decided to go full cyberpunk this season. Yeah. They're like, hey, it's like we're in the future, but we've been showing you our little Westworld scenario. Now it's like, no, this is what the world is really like, and it's just like amazing. They're going to Shanghai. They're fucking like going to like these, I think like the art city in Spain or something like that, the city of arts or something. There's just beautiful architecture, amazing sets. Like,
it's really good.
The same dope ass storyline that you get out of any Westworld.
Yeah, like people like. Good one, Juan. Look at that. Look at that. Man. These are all live action shots, right? Like even fucking Marshawn Lynch. So happy with it. So proud of him. So look at fucking Yoda's
lightsaber green though.
You're probably right. But...
His dick is in the wrong place.
Hey, I'm posting these on my story on Instagram, so
I hope so.
I'm looking forward to the responses.
You're gonna get a whole new fan base for sure. So yeah, Westworld's really good. Did you see the fucking Big Show the new Big Show on fucking Netflix?
I haven't yet.
I watched a minute. It's one of the worst. It's the worst fucking thing ever to fucking be produced ever. It's so bad, dude. It's like, oh my god, dude. I can't believe this is like number 3 in the nation right now. It's like number 3.
See, this is my whole thing about fucking Netflix. Dude. So everybody's been going off about this whole Tiger King shit. Everybody's been going off about this Big Show shit. They've got nothing to fucking watch. There's no
so
sports.
much good shit out there, man. I guarantee the people that watch fucking Big Show have not seen the fucking, seen the Sopranos or seen fucking Westworld.
No, but it's not about. It's not even. They probably haven't even watched Watchmen. But this is the whole thing, though. It's people like me. I've been instead of watching that, I rewatch my shows. I'll rewatch Stranger Things. I'll rewatch all that shit. But
look at it in the mirror, man. Little naked.
I'll watch Black Mirror. I watch everything over again. but I won't watch this kind of shit because I'm just like, just because Netflix is telling me it's number 3 in the nation, I don't care. Netflix is telling me Tiger King's number 1 I don't care. Why are you trying to force this shit? They're the new McMahon. They're forcing these shows upon me. Give me the top 10. Like, fuck you guys. I'm still watching Stranger Things.
I'm just putting the voice to like Naked Shrek behind Brady. So I'm just like Naked Shrek is like talking in Rick's voice right now. It's quite a combo.
Fuck Vince McMahon.
Fuck you, Vince. Oh man. All right. Cool.
You got the Japanese pixelation though too.
I would hope so. So all right. So next, the next segment, hidden gem. So hidden gem is basically something that's super cutty, personal to you. It could be something like a toy. It could be something that's not well known, but it's personal to you, like show and tell when you were in kindergarten. Just something to like show off that's special to you. Rick, go to you first.
All right, get over here, fucker. So he's my number 1.
Aw, you shaved him?
Fieldy.
He looks
Just
less
gave
brave.
me a fucking scare the other day. He had a little cut on his leg.
Aw.
He's doing a whole lot better now.
All right.
And
female viewership just went up. All right, nice.
No, he's the cutest fucking thing until he starts meowing. Oh, he's gonna bite me soon.
Yeah.
Oh my god, your cat's amazing, dude. That's a beautiful cat.
He is. He's cute as shit, but he has the fucking ugliest meow in the history of meow.
Ow. His meow sounds fucking sarcastic, dude. It's the most sarcastic meow ever. Like he's like condescending to you.
No, it doesn't even meow. He wows, which is awesome. I'm like, Fieldy, what's the favorite game I used to play back in the day? Wow. I'm like, all right, cool. But yeah, so he's my hidden gem. He's doing fine. Hopefully, I can hold on to him for like a few more years. He's already 14. He's 15.
Oh wow. Yeah, my cat just
So,
turned 10.
Yeah, 15 years old, man.
Yeah, he could get another 5 years out of him.
I'm hoping so. He's an indoor cat, so that definitely extends their lifespan.
Yeah, motherfuckers be lasting like 20 something. Like fuck goddamn man. Let's see. Broadchurch is a British cop show by Laurie. Laurie finally saw the movie What I Do in the Shadows.
That movie's great.
Amazing. I've been watching a lot of true crime shows. Cool. Don't commit crimes, Laurie. Don't commit crimes. Let's see. Big Leo got me.
Get released right now. She'd get released.
Big Leo 415 got me a reversible face mask from State of Flux. Check them out on Valencia. Tell Leo from Lavish Seal sent you. Cool. All right. Yeah, go buy some cool reversible face masks. Danny Quintero, did you guys see what Ronda Rousey said and Nia Jax's response? I heard what Ronda Rousey said. She just said she was basically saying the fans suck and that's why she won't come back. Like, dude, you're a fucking pro wrestler now. It's not like people are not going to cheer you for no fucking reason. Like,
he's a joke, man.
Like, come on, Ronda Rousey. I didn't see the Nia Jax response. Cool.
No, Nia Jax called her an unsafe worker.
Yeah,
that's the whole thing.
Rousey is doing pro wrestling now.
Yeah, she was in it for a minute. Yeah. she was pretty big for a minute, man. She
was the biggest draw, male or female.
But then she couldn't take the hack it like when fans started booing her and shit. Like, yeah, it's fucking they're wrestling fans. They're like fucking weird
fucking neurotic, man. If you are trained your whole life and told you're a champion, then when you lose, you go fucking nuts. It's just the only fucking way to go. Doesn't matter if like you're brought up in pro wrestling or MMA. It's like that's the way it goes. Like you got to be prepared to fail.
Yeah, that's why all these like people that don't like get all these participation trophies and told you're the greatest thing of all time, and they grow up and they believe that shit, and then one little thing happens, they fucking fold like a fucking chair.
She still pretty much went nuts too. I mean, she fucking lost and she just fucking took her ball and went home. Hey, as a wrestling fan, she was an attraction for a bit. Yeah, but she's like one of these, you can take it or leave it. She's not a mainstay. She's not Charlotte Flair. She's not Becky Lynch, you know. She's not Sasha Banks. She's not Bayley. She's not one of the horsewomen.
Neither are you, Rick. So
You just made me
You never
sad, bro.
You never will be. So my hidden gem for the week, I watched this last night. It's actually a really great, kind of underrated flick. To-do list. If you like Aubrey Plaza, Bill Hader's in it, McLovin's in it, Donald Glover. It's a great, like, kind of raunchy, old school kind of comedy. It's it's set in like the early '90s. It's very, like, the soundtrack is all like the raunchy, like, '90s hip hop shit. So starring Aubrey Plaza. It's actually a really good flick, very fun flick. Definitely watch it intoxicated a little bit if you have some help for sure. But yeah, To-Do List came out a few years ago. Yeah, great comedy. Bill Hader's hilarious, and he kind of plays like the Bill Murray kind of role, like the little like side character, like doing with all the funny lines. Rachel Bilson's in it, Colson's in it, Agent Colson's in it. Andy Samberg.
Aubrey Plaza, she's in Legion.
Yeah. Oh, she's amazing. I love Aubrey Plaza, man. She could do no wrong in my opinion.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah, she plays like a girl, like, kind of like a nerdy girl that wants to, like, get laid before she goes out the standard plot. I want to get laid before I go to college shit. And so she makes a list, and, like, it's fucking pretty hilarious. It's a pretty good movie. If you want a good fun, like, raunchy old school kind of comedy, check this out. To-Do List. That's my hidden gem for the week. Let's see, Juan.
My hidden gem for the week is it's hidden probably to you three, but it's not hidden to a lot of the world. It's called Terrace House, and it's the newest season. It's on Netflix. Terrace House is real world, but featuring 6 polite Japanese people. It's great. There's still drama, but the drama is much more relatable. It's much more subtle. People are respectful, but at the same time they're disrespectful. It's fun, man. It's fun watching Japanese people wow out, dude. When they wow out, it's like, bro, they all
turn red.
A lot of them turn red. Yeah, they get the red glow. But it's great, man. It's fun. It's bookended. Every show's bookended with J-pop. In between, you're just watching these, like, 20-something-year-old Japanese people try to find love. What's funny about Terrace House is that, unlike the real world where it's kind of implied that people want to hook up, it's like you come on to Terrace House with the goal of meeting someone to date. So people are like straight up, yo, who can I date? And they go hard, bro. And they're in the newest season, they're in Tokyo. They're in this beautiful Japanese mansion downtown. It's fucking baller. It's fun. Cute Japanese girls, quirky Japanese dudes. I'm sure some women would say they're handsome. Yeah.
It's okay, man.
They're fucking handsome, man. Yeah, dude, it's awesome. It's a lot of fun. I recommend it. Terrace House on Netflix.
Terrace House. All right, I'm checking out. Mr. Brady, what do you got? Any hidden gems for us this week? Anything Cuddy pertains to you?
Yosemite National Park. Greatest achievements, creating the national park system. And if you have the opportunity to go outside and actually enjoy some of this beautiful spring weather that we're having, you're going to have some beautiful glacial melt, some amazing waterfalls. And I got to say, maybe if you're lucky, the Tioga Pass might be open and you can traverse from the eastern bound side. But if you can get down to the valley, maybe camp 4, get a overnight reservation. Nothing but good old outdoors.
What are these outdoors you speak of? This is mythical outdoors.
But yeah, there's nothing like doing some shrooms or some acid while you're outside, connecting with nature, going on a hike. I love being outside in nature. I fucking love it.
I appreciate it more for sure.
Recalibrates the mind.
Yeah. I remember the outside world. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Not the same. My overglorified, guys. Overglorified.
My outside lately has been taking a ladder to my roof and just hanging out up there with my tomato plants. That's been my outside
Solid
world.
plan right there, man.
Hey, if it's the Attack of the Killer Tomatoes fucking apocalypse, he's fucked though.
I remember Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Remember they tried to make it into a fucking TV show?
Yeah, it was a
The cartoon?
Yeah, it was a cartoon. Yeah. How you can make like a kid friendly? It was like a fucking movie about tomatoes eating people, like fucking.
Well, no. Well, that was the first one. The cartoon was based off the second one, which is a lot more campy.
With the great.
Still,
George
I mean,
It
and
was
I say
fun.
a lot more campy, and I'm talking about Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. You know, so just it goes fuck. It has John Astin and fucking George Clooney. So just it goes some awesome shit here.
Hey Rick, was Attack of the Killer Tomatoes basically like a weird ripoff of Critters?
No, I think fucking Critters
first, right?
was a weird ripoff of Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Oh shit! Are you for real? Okay.
Yeah, Tomatoes was first, and Critters was based on that story that from the 40s, right? Like the aliens attacking the farmhouse. That's like kind of what Spielberg got the Close Encounters, and E.T. was from too. Like family, like I think there's like a famous alien invasion story where these aliens kept on attacking this farmhouse with this family like over like a couple of nights. It's like a creepy story if you ever like look it up online. I forgot. There's a famous like old story about this like family, and like a lot of like sci-fi movies come out of that from that original story. It's a true story. Like this family got attacked like nights by these little aliens, just kept on fucking with them.
Hey Ray, I was watching the new the recent It film because It 2 just got released on HBO, and so I'm watching It 1. And is It 1? Do you think is that the inspiration kind of for Nightmare on Elm Street? I was like, dude, this is like because I watched the original It on the one that was on ABC, the miniseries.
Yeah.
But I'm rewatching it, now I'm watching the film, and I'm like, yo, this is like Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, it's pretty much like Freddy. Yeah, what was did it predate? No, I think Nightmare on Elm Street predated It, right? It was
No way, dude.
84?
The book?
Yeah, the book was 84, right?
Was it? I thought it was like in the 70s.
Wow.
No, the book I think was pretty much early 80s, probably like 82, I want to say. Give me a second. But they do share a lot of the same
1986.
same tropes. 86, the movie?
Yeah. No,
or the book.
Book was 1986.
And Nightmare on Elm Street came out when?
84? 83?
Damn. So you telling me Stephen King kind of bit fucking Nightmare on Elm Street?
Kind of.
Wow.
I think he touched on those characters in other books though. They weren't called what they were called, but I think
Nightmare on Elm Street 1984.
Damn.
Well, maybe. We just unlocked the fucking conspiracy theory here.
So wait. So which one's
King's
first?
Thief.
So Wes Craven's Nightmare on Elm Street's first?
Yeah, 84. It came out 86.
Damn, Wes Craven is the king, huh? Holy shit.
I like the first It movie. I didn't like the second one too much.
I just gotta say I've not been worried about this pandemic at all, but I'm starting to get a little worried.
So yeah, getting to that point where you gotta start worrying, man.
I mean, shit's getting real right about now.
So yeah, go out there, get that next bottle. It lasts for the
Brady, you're such a loser, dude. I literally called Brady the other day and I was like, hey, I'm freaking out. And he was like, why? Because I'm looking at my bottle of liquor and it looks like my health meter on a game. All right.
Hey, you can always order more potions.
I know, but Instacart is so expensive. It's fucking like ridiculous.
What's wrong?
Oh shit! All right, well, like, yeah, we got what, an hour and 50 minutes. Wow, so our official longest show. Wow.
Let's get out of here.
Breaking records.
Official.
The longest show. Wow, that was a good one. Yeah. Any final words? Where can we find you, Brady? Anything you want to plug?
Juan and I make some funny videos. Check out check out me on my social media. I'm Brady Hold. And then I've got a YouTube channel that we make all these funny sketches on. Juan's in a bunch of them. He writes with me on a bunch of them. Hobo comedy kind of spawned out of me and my other roommate who's living in Massachusetts right now. We were kind of homeless for a while, and we're like, let's just do what we know, being hobos. And so we started that way. And then we just kept making videos, and I like it. I like doing it. I'm going to keep doing it. I don't care what people say. I like making fun shit. So
awesome, man. Fuck yeah, do you, man.
Hobo comedy on
Hobo comedy on
every
YouTube.
On YouTube?
Yeah, YouTube. Check it out.
We'll
Hobo
throw a
comedy.
link in the description and the link when we post it. Awesome. Mr. Juan Medina, man, what Zoom broadcast can we find you next?
Next Zoom broadcast, I'm gonna bring back Cat People. We're gonna be doing a Zoom
Awesome.
Cat People.
I can finally show up to a Cat People. I can't wait.
I'd love to have you, man. It's gonna be great. Cat stories, cat jokes, cat music. It's gonna be a real event.
Pussy, huh?
I'm ready.
Pussy
Hey,
lovers.
Fieldy's ready for Cat People.
Rick, serious? Dude, I'd love to have you and your cat.
Fieldy's
Cat
so
People.
ready for Cat People.
It'd
Yes.
be phenomenal. It would be an honor to have both of you on Cat People.
Yeah,
So
you
we'll
can
talk
say
about
it. You can say it. You'd be on that, Fieldy.
Awesome. Where can everybody find you, Juan?
Instagram, Twitter at It's Juan Medina. That's ITSJUANMEDINA.
Awesome. Ricardo, final thoughts?
Great show. I kind of like the new format. It's
Well, we
only
don't
thing I
really
don't
have a
like is
choice.
that we're not like hanging out. You know, that's always a plus. But it's a cool way to still connect with the folks, and it's just something to get used to in the new world, you know?
Yeah, it's it's cool. We can actually connect with some folks who probably couldn't connect with before because scheduling and what have you. So now we can work around other people's schedules and actually do some shows. So, yeah,
dude, I look forward to. I don't know when we're gonna do it, but I know we've been sitting on the scores, the top 10 movie scores.
Yeah, we'll probably try to film that this week. Yeah, when I'll work it out. Yeah, we'll do it remotely. On the old Zoom. It seems to be the wave of the future. So, yeah, we'll keep doing that.
Are you guys both in San Francisco too?
Oh yeah.
I'm right near the beach.
Boy! So thanks thanks to everybody that's in the chat. If you watching this video or you're in the chat room, press that like button, get those likes up. I think that helps our algorithm, people to see the show. Thanks to everybody that's been chatting. Big Leo, Emily, Lori, Danny, Lil Leo. Let's see who else was in here. Everybody that showed up and took a view and said hello. But yeah, definitely smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Share the video if you want to, have people,
spread the word, please.
Yeah, be entertained for a little bit. We're just, we're a small operation, but let's entertain the folk. So yeah, Ray Doomzilla at Ray Doomzilla. Shout out to Graham Gates who did the theme. Or hopefully we can be able to, incorporate it more. I'm learning more and more about the shit. Just when we figured out everything, and we got to restart. For all your softcore needs, hit up Brady right there. All your Shrek porn. Coming at you, man. Man, there was all kinds of shit. There's drug use, org masturbation, Spider-Man's, Latin guys in tubs.
Yoda's lightsaber.
This show has everything. Cool. So thanks everyone. So let's do this again soon. All right, cool. Let's have a good night, everyone. And thanks for watching this craziness.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Right on, Brady. Thank you. Thank you, Juan. Rick.
Right on, brother. Have a good night.
Good night.